From the Capitol campus of California State University, Sacramento, this is Made at Sac State.
Welcome to Made at Sac State, the video magazine. I'm Gloria Moraga. We are here to share our university story and to celebrate academic excellence, our faculty and our students who are redefining the possible.
A couple of bath towels, and you just wash her up with water.
The College of Health and Human Services educates California's healthcare professionals and social workers. HHS is renowned for its Division of Criminal Justice and for teaching and training the area's best and brightest law enforcement professionals. Students in the College of Health and Human Services also study in the Recreation, Parks, and Tourism Administration program. And Sac State Center for Health Professionals, located in Folsom Hall, is home to the School of Nursing, Speech Pathology and Audiology, Kinesiology and Health Science, and Physical Therapy. The College of Health and Human Services, redefining the possible.
And welcome again to Made at Sac State. Let's begin introductions into the College of Health and Human Services. And we start with Dean Fred Baldini. Thank you very much for being here, Dean Baldini.
Hi, thank you for having us. Joining us today is the retired Sacramento County DA, Jan Scully, and one of our alums, Rosie Doss.
And we're going to start a little bit before we get to our very wonderful guests. We start a little bit with you and talk about what is new and exciting in the College of Health and Human Services.
All of our programs are just running full blast. You're going to hear later today from some really interesting things that our criminal justice program's doing. Our kinesiology program starting a new health science degree. Our social work program's getting ready for a big accreditation. We're growing in our Recreation Park Tourism Administration program. And then there's two big projects that I'd really like to talk about. One is the Center for Health Professions, that I know you're going to talk about later, that includes our School of Nursing, our new doctoral program in physical therapy, and our program in speech pathology and audiology.
So exciting, all of the goings on over at Folsom Hall, and we're going to have a lot about that later.
Yes, I think when you take a look at what we're doing at Folsom Hall, it really is an interesting way. We're educating all the health professions so that when they go out into the field, they're being educated the same way that they'll actually operate. Another big project for us is our collaboration with the Family Justice Center. And we're really excited to collaborate with Jan Scully and a number of community organizations on this project.
Jan Scully, thank you for being here. Longtime district attorney for Sacramento County. Thank you so much. Want to talk about the Family Justice Center. What exactly is it?
Well, the Family Justice Center is a place where victims of family violence can go to get the services and support they need to move on in their life in a positive way and get out of a violent environment. And it's not just domestic violence victims that we will serve. It's child abuse victims, sexual assault victims, elder abuse victims, and human trafficking victims. The beauty of a Family Justice Center are multiple, but the first thing is that as a victim of domestic violence, for them to get all the services they need if they want to leave a violent environment, they would have to go to well over 40 public, private, or community-based organizations to get those services. Family Justice Center actually is an umbrella organization that is almost a one-stop shop. So they could go one place and the services and support systems are brought to them, and we collaborate with existing public, private, and community-based organizations. So we're not here to compete or to minimize other organizations, but to complement and enhance them.
Rosie, what are you doing now, and how does this relate to the Family Justice Center?
So right now I am the communications coordinator and volunteer coordinator for My Sister's House. My Sister's House is a domestic violence agency. We also assist with human trafficking and sexual assault. Our focus is Asian and Pacific Islanders, but we take in all ethnicities. We have a 6-bed emergency shelter as well as a transitional house, and multilingual helpline, as well as free counseling services and legal services.
And Rosie, for someone like you that's on the front line, how important is the Family Justice Center and the fact that we have this wonderful partnership now with Sac State and the Family Justice Center?
I feel like it's very important. We see many Asian and Pacific Islander victims and survivors on a daily basis, and to have a location where they can provide tons of resources is truly amazing.
All right, we want to talk about that partnership. Sacramento State is so involved in the community.
One of the things I think, as Jan said, that we hope will make this unique is that the university will be involved at the very beginning of the creation of this center. So there's research opportunities, there's ways to evaluate the effectiveness of the programs. Obviously there's internship opportunities for our students. In fact, our alums are out in the community working in a number of these organizations. So the tie to campus is significant. And it's something that will make us unique and different than other centers, and I think more effective ultimately.
And Jan, how important is Sac State as a resource, but also as a partner?
Oh, it's hard to put into words, really, because there's tangible benefits and there's a lot of intangible benefits. They've been so engaged in the community anyway. This is a whole new level. Again, it's that multidisciplinary, multi-agency approach of which Sac State is not just a partner, but part of the leadership. And so it offers real life experiences to internships, but while at the same time supports a program that is going to rely on volunteerism. So there are not just internship opportunities, but service opportunities for both faculty and for students.
We want to thank you for being here.
Hi, my name is Pu'ukani No'e'awaloha Tiwanak Finkus. I'm a nursing student and I'm made at Sac State.
Hi, I'm Megan Hessen. I'm a Doctor of Physical Therapy student and I'm made at Sac State.
You'll have 5 minutes. The directions are on your team report. Conclusion of the 5 minutes, you guys get together, prepare a one-page investigative report on what your findings are, what you discovered, what the evidence is, and I'll leave you to it. As a reminder, you may examine evidence, take photos and video, but don't remove any items.
Yeah, we took a picture.
4 minutes. You got 1 minute left.
We are watching a video of Sac State's Division of Criminal Justice Crime Lab. This is Made at Sac State, the video magazine. I'm Gloria Moraga. Thank you for joining us. We are talking about Sac State's renowned Division of Criminal Justice, and our 3 guests are here, and thank you all for being here. We have Sacramento County Sheriff Scott Jones. Thank you, Sheriff, for being here.
My pleasure.
We have Chelsea Gomez, who is a student here at Sac State, a criminal justice student who's getting ready to go to the academy. And we have Chair of the Division of Criminal Justice, Mary McGuire. We're really excited to talk to the Sheriff about his time here at Sac State, but we're going to start with Mary. Mary, tell us about the Division of Criminal Justice at Sac State.
Thanks, Gloria. Well, you know, Sac State offered their first criminal justice class here on campus in 1949, and we are now one of the largest CJ programs in the Western United States. And we are, as most criminal justice programs, we're a practice-oriented major, and we're loyal to those roots, but our focus now is really on trying to prepare students to be more competitive in the global marketplace. You know, the curriculum focuses on analytical and ethical reasoning because our students are going off to law school or informing policy or speaking to best practices in criminal justice and becoming leaders in the field. So it's really, I think, partly our strong curriculum that helps that, but also we've got a number of opportunities for professional development for students in the field now. So we have, it's actually, the list is fairly long. We have a mentoring and law enforcement program, otherwise known as the MILE program. We've got a pretty robust pre-law advising program, and also to help students with build bridges and develop their own networks in the community. We have an annual criminal justice convocation that brings leaders in both regionally and nationally to talk about a variety of issues.
Yes, you tackle some real happening now issues.
We do, and we're looking at the future. We have a speaker series called Unlocking Potential that looks at the future of criminal justice, where we're going. And lastly, just a sort of a new development, we are now the home to the Center for the Study of Criminal Justice and Criminology that's looking at evaluating research and questions really on the local and the national level.
We want to talk to the sheriff about your job, and we will get to your time at Sac State. But first, how difficult is it? What's it like to be a sheriff these days when you know, there's so many safety concerns on our minds?
In some respects, being the sheriff is much like being a deputy sheriff from the first day on the street. It's you know, some days are fantastic, some days are extremely challenging. It's periodic fear. The job looks a little different from where I sit than where I sat 26 years ago. But it's like being the CEO of a, in my case, a $400 million corporation that goes 24 hours a day, and trying to keep 1.4 million people safe as I can. So it's challenging, and even when I'm not doing something, there are many things that I have to remain concerned and focused on.
How important is it as sheriff to have been a student here at Sac State and to be able to work with Sac State?
It's tremendously important. We look for college education when we both hire as well as when we promote to each of our ranks, so it's very important to us. I can tell you that at Sac State, I know that the criminal justice program provides folks with not only the contacts and the professors that have real-time experience and the curricula that is going to be most beneficial, but gives them that experience that we know is going to be useful when we're looking to hire them or promote them.
Chelsea Gomez, tell us about your time at Sac State and in this division, the criminal justice.
My time here has been amazing. I couldn't be more thankful for the professors I've had, the experience I've been able to gain just through networking. Get to know your professors, get to know, get those letter of recommendations, get involved, take internships, go out and volunteer, be part of the community here at Sac State, join organizations, whether it's something related to criminal justice or just be involved, period. I'm actually the president of the American Criminal Justice Association Lambda Alpha Epsilon, the Sigma Chi chapter here at Sac State, and it's been a great experience. I've been able to meet so many great people. We've had guest speakers from all walks of life come in that are related to law enforcement and share their experience within the field. Just be active, be part of the community, do what you can, use the resources available that the criminal justice here at Sac State provides you, and don't be afraid to ask questions. It is your future, and it starts here at Sac State, and you're moving towards your future and the career that you want.
We're running out of time, but do you have a question that you want to ask the sheriff about getting into law enforcement?
So as a young person starting my career fairly soon, what would be the best advice you could give me?
I would say that, even though you're going to be in a large organization, that you're going to look to your left and right and see hundreds of folks that are dressed just like you and look just like you, still try and take opportunities to set yourself apart. And you do that not by pushing others down to raise yourself up, because law enforcement is the exact opposite of that, but take opportunities to do more than what's asked of you. And it's not unlike your experience here. Take opportunities to volunteer for new experiences. It's get to know folks either formally or informally as mentors throughout your career, and always look for opportunities to better yourself through education or through classes, and always be introspective about your own ethical structure. I mean, I'm sure your folks are very good right now as students. You have to take a different step as an officer, which is true at every single assignment. So never stop that personal introspection either.
And Sheriff, to put you on the spot, just final comments on your time at Sac State. What was it like to be made at Sac State?
I was just reminded that I graduated from Sac State shortly before Chelsea was born. But I will say that it was absolutely fantastic, and not just for the curriculum and the professors that were in many cases practitioners, retired practitioners who gave real practical knowledge, but it gave me an excitement for the profession, and it also gave me a zest for learning. It certainly helped when I later decided to go to law school. It gave me that foundation for doing that. It just prepared me well, not only for my career, but honestly for a lifetime full of making inquiries, asking questions, and achieving.
All right. Thank you all very much for sharing more on the Division of Criminal Justice here at Sac State.
Oh, that's so awesome. Very goodness. Hang on. You get to run in a second. You get to run in a second.
By strapping her in the harness, she's entirely safe, but she doesn't have to hold on to anything and can practice her walking without holding on and still have the support. And we can even let her fall a little bit and have her feel how that is to catch yourself and get your balance reactions. And that has really helped her with her walking skills.
She wasn't even in her walker before she started here, and shortly after starting she was able to use a walker by herself.
Will you look at that video? We are watching Sac State's Department of Physical Therapy at work. This is video from our STEPS program, and you can see this is some of the equipment being used at Sac State Center for Health Professions.
Without being held at all?
No holding.
She just fell once. I mean, she fell at 14 seconds. I'm just happy that she can even walk 10 meters without any support. That's remarkable.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Wow. That's great. Wow, that's...
This is Made at Sac State, the video magazine. I'm Gloria Moraga, and I welcome two students from Sacramento State's physical therapy program. We're going to start with introductions.
Hi, thank you for having us. My name is Bipin Atwal. I'm a second-year student at Sac State's physical therapy program.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm Megan Hessen. I'm also a second year at the physical therapy program.
All right, Megan, please describe the physical therapy program at Sac State.
Okay, well, we're now a doctoral program, which we're very proud of. And we're lucky to be using the facilities over at Folsom Hall, which we now have state-of-the-art equipment, and it's really fortunate for us to be over there. So we're a 3-year program that we have about 2.5 years of didactic work, followed by 9 months of clinicals. And I believe the main focus of the program is to really train well-rounded therapists with a strong foundation in evidence-based practice.
All right, tell us a little bit about your long-term goals.
I would like to see myself eventually working with athletes in more of a sports rehabilitation setting.
Oh, okay. All right, and Megan?
When I graduate, I would love to work in a neuro rehab or even an acute care setting.
Each semester, Sac State opens its doors, and folks who run out of health insurance come in and get some health care and physical therapy. Tell us about that experience.
We have 3 pro bono clinics that we offer at Sac State's PT department. We have an adult neuro pro bono clinic, we have one for pediatrics, and we have a 3rd for orthopedics. And so just to give you an idea of how we run these, for our adult neuro clinic, we have 2 semesters of adult neuro classes, and in each semester we run 1 8-week treatment session for patients who are volunteers or patients, like you said, whose health insurance has run out. And these patients come to us with varying neurological conditions. We work with patients who have had strokes, we work with patients who have spinal cord injuries, traumatic brain injuries, patients with multiple sclerosis, among many other conditions, and we work together in pairs of 2 students per patient, and we see the treatment out for 8 weeks. We do a full home evaluation, we do a full initial evaluation, and we make goals for these patients based on their specific impairments and their goals that they want to, reach at the end of the 8-week session. And this is a really huge hands-on experience for us, as well as a huge benefit for the community members who come in and are seeking physical therapy.
Well, I want to ask you both, how valuable is this for you to get that hands-on experience as you prepare to go out into the world and be physical therapists? Megan, start, but I really want you both to tell us that hands-on, being able to work with real patients.
I feel it's irreplaceable. I mean, there's nothing like being able to take what we've learned in the classroom and apply it to actual real-life situations. And this is just going to completely help us, just benefit us in the clinics when we're finally out in the real world working with real patients and not just our healthy classmates that we don't actually get to see what's really going on with them.
Can you imagine going out without having that hands-on experience?
No, definitely not. And like Megan said earlier, we have about 9 months of clinical internship experience in our program, and to go out into our internships without any experience with real-life patients, real hands-on work, that would be unimaginable for myself.
Yeah, so it's a real benefit here at Sac State.
Oh, definitely.
There's the harness, and there's some other equipment that you're working with now. Describe the harness, how it works.
Yeah, we have a few harness systems. We have one that's fixed, and we primarily use it for treadmill training. And then we have 2 other systems which we're really excited about. We have one that's a closed loop circuit, and then we have another 15-foot linear track that we use. And essentially the patient is hooked up inside of a harness, and that's secured to the overhead track. And we're able to use these where the patient's moving freely but safely within the track system. And we can use them for a variety of interventions, anything from pre-gait training to weight-bearing ambulation or balance training. And the great thing about it is we can unweight the patients fully or have them partially unweighted. And so we're able to not only let them have greater confidence in what they're doing while working with us, but we're able to focus really on developing their proper gait mechanics or motor control for their balance coordination that we're really trying to work on.
We thank you both for being here and for sharing a little bit of your Sac State experience with us.
My name is Farm Lee, and I'm a Recreational Parks Tourism Administration major, and I'm made at Sac State.
My name is Danny Berrigan, and I received my doctorate in physical therapy, and I was made at Sac State.
Once every 5 seconds, okay, during CPR. 2, 3, 4, 5, bag. It's easy to get amped and start bagging like this.
So, Miss White, when was the last time
you are watching a video clip from Sacramento State's College of Health and Human Services and our School of Nursing.
Everybody off the chest. I'm clear, you're clear, we're all clear. Off the chest, off the chest. Okay, push the red blinking button.
Can't be anything for my pain, it really hurts.
Yeah, we're getting ready to call the doctor and let them know, so we'll try and get something for you.
What else? What's the most common reason for people to have right upper quadrant pain? Very most common.
Right lower quadrant is appendix.
Yeah, what's right upper? Gallbladder. Oh, yeah, you knew that, didn't you? I know you did. I know you did. Okay, so we got to worry about our gallbladder, we got to worry about our liver, we got to worry about our pancreas, right? And what's right here in the epigastrium? What's right there? Stomach. What can be in the stomach that can hurt?
Ulcer.
Yeah, ulcer. Exactly right. So we got to rule out all those things. We don't know, right? She's got abdominal pain. That's all we know. The point behind simulation is for students to be able to have experiences with patients that they may not get in the clinical setting as they do their clinical rotations. We cannot always make sure that they get to take care of certain types of patients. So we can provide those scenarios within the context of simulation, high fidelity simulation in this case, and that allows our students to be able to practice their knowledge base, their skills, their communication skills, the tasks that they have to do, and their critical analysis in crucial situations, if you will.
So, Miss White, when was the last time you had an alcoholic beverage?
This last weekend.
This is Made at Sac State, the video magazine. I'm Gloria Moraga. We are here to talk about Sac State's School of Nursing, and we have 2 absolutely wonderful nursing students here with us. Thank you for being here. And go ahead and introduce yourselves.
My name is Tanya Davis.
My name is Bakala Amar.
And we're going to talk about School of Nursing. Describe the school.
The school is a very conducive environment to learn in. We spend a lot of time there, so it's our home away from home. The faculty are, I'd say, the best part of our nursing school, and they inspire us with their dedication to nursing, and then they give us the skills to go out in the community and help others, but knowing that they're always there, they have our backs, they support us.
Want to talk about your long-term goals. What are your long-term goals as a nurse?
My long-term goals as a nurse are, as Tanya said, the School of Nursing has already given me the opportunity to establish my base as a baccalaureate level nurse, which is giving me all the skills I will need going forward. And I feel like it has opened so many opportunities for me. So as if right now my goals are to continue my education to the doctorate level and be a nurse practitioner in the future.
The video magazine is all about academic excellence, and it's all about our students working with our faculty. I want you to describe our faculty in the School of Nursing. Want to start?
The faculty at the School of Nursing are absolutely the best part of the program, as Tanya explained earlier. They are driven and eager to help students with any needs that you may have. And what's special about the professors at the School of Nursing is that they're not focused on just you passing a specific class, but they're focused on your long-term goals. You being an efficient, safe, and competent nurse that can provide culturally sensitive and family-centered care in any given setting.
And I think it's the simulation lab too that helps us students learn. We get a little bit of the hospital world right over in Folsom Hall with our simulations and our faculty, but they really are the driving force that motivates us and that encourages us and that inspires us with their passion.
Finally, Tanya, we do a lot here at Sac State with the community and bringing community in. How nice is that to really be able to touch bases with patients?
Oh, wonderful. And it's the time when we go out into the real world with our faculty by our side during our clinical rotations, and we prepare the night before, and we're out there with our patients, and it's the part where we get to put into action what we've learned in the classroom.
Well, I hope I don't need a nurse anytime soon, but if I do, I hope when I need one, I get one of you. And thank you very much, and get one of our fabulous students. Thank you very much for being here.
I'm Autumn Huey, and I'm a Sac State Physical Therapy doctorate graduate, and I was made at Sac State.
My name is Megan Harper. I'm a nursing school major, and I am made at Sac State.
Hi, I'm Robert Nelson, president of the university, and I'm so proud of all of my students who are made at Sac State.
We leave you now with scenes from the College of Health and Human Services, from commencement and more.
Hi, my name is Dao Yang. I'm the Dean's Award recipient for the College of Health and Human Services, and I'm made at Sac State. Being a Dean's Award recipient is truly a blessing, a privilege, an honor. My experience at Sac State has been truly a transformative one. The faculty here are amazing. They really know how to nurture a student's skills, and they really understand the potential that the students here on campus have, and they do a good job in fostering it.